In a quiet coastal village famous for its traditions, there lived a young baker named Elio. He had inherited a small, crumbling bakery from his grandfather, a man known for making the softest bread anyone had ever tasted. But now, years later, the ovens were old, the roof leaked, and business was nearly gone. The village had changed. Big companies had moved in. Sleek bakeries with glossy cakes and neon menus had taken over. People stopped buying from Elio. Still, he refused to shut down the place his grandfather had built. One day, a local newspaper announced a contest, the Golden Loaf, a competition to find the best bread in the entire region. The prize? Enough money to save Elio's bakery and rebuild it entirely. Elio signed up immediately. But when he arrived at the contest hall, his heart sank. The other bakers had advanced machines, digital ovens, assistants in uniforms. Elio had only his hands, a wooden bowl, and a dented tin scale. He started to panic. How could he win against these professionals? Then he remembered something. An old story his grandfather once told him as a child. Flour and fire don't make bread, Elio. Time does, and the right moment can change everything. Elio paused and walked outside. He looked at the sun, felt the air, and suddenly, he had an idea. Instead of rushing to bake like everyone else, Elio left his ingredients untouched for half the contest time. The judges were puzzled. He sat calmly, simply listening, observing. Then, at what looked like the very last possible moment, he got up and began baking. But what he did wasn't normal. He used the breeze through the open window to naturally proof his dough. He used a cold water bath to control the yeast activity. He even rolled the dough thinner than usual, using an old wine bottle instead of a roller to change the crust texture. Every step was odd, unpredictable. The other bakers whispered and scoffed. "Elio's lost it," they said. But when the bread came out of the oven, the room fell silent. The loaf looked humble. No decorations, no fancy patterns. But the smell, it wrapped around the room like a memory. Even the judges paused mid-sentence. When they tasted it, one of them teared up. "It tastes like Sunday mornings," she said softly. "Like being a child." Elio didn't win because his tools were better. He won because he understood something deeper. How to use time, patience, and his surroundings creatively. Everyone else followed technique. He followed instinct. When asked what his secret was, Elio smiled and said, "I didn't have better ingredients, so I used better attention." We often think challenges require more power, more resources, or more knowledge. But sometimes, what they really need is creativity. A different angle. A question nobody else is asking. When you're stuck, it's not always about what you have. It's about how you think. Creativity isn't lightning. It's noticing what others miss, like Elio did. Noticing the wind, the timing, the feel of the dough. He used the same tools everyone else had, but arranged them in a way no one expected. So when life puts you in a corner, don't just try harder. Try smarter. Ask, what am I not seeing? What can I do differently with what I already have? Your mind is your most powerful tool, if you dare to use it like no one else does. Thank you so much for watching, and stay happy.